Hey Wilder folks, Alicia here. I am about to leave for a 30K run with some friends, and I wanted to touch on today how to pick the best trail buddies and also how to make sure that those relationships are successful. Now, whether you're going for a hike or a jog, having other people with you can be really helpful, A, if something goes wrong, and B, just to enhance the experience. A lot of times I'll remember something someone said or did, even more than I'll remember the trail or the place that we were. Now, I've got 4 quick tips on this topic, and the first one is to make sure that your first outing with a new trail partner is on the slower or easier side. You don't want to be taking someone that you've never been out with before onto the largest day of the year. Instead, dip your toe a little bit. See if their reasons for being out there are similar to yours. See if their style of hiking or jogging is similar to yours, and go from there. I certainly know that going out for a very, very slow chit-chat jog is how I've gotten to know most of the people that I trust to go out with on big days the most. We have a group here in Pincher that we always go out for a zone 2 recovery jog or recovery hike. The reason for that being it's easier to keep your speeds similar if everyone is on the easier end of their spectrum of speeds, and you can really talk and get to know people as well. I find that getting to know people in those low consequence situations means more success when you're picking someone to be out there for your bigger or harder days. Now, my second tip comes with when you are with a group or a new partner, do not leave that person behind, especially on your first time out with them. Nothing feels worse than being at the back of a group of hikers or runners and they have left you and you don't know which way to turn, or if something goes wrong, you don't have anyone to help you with that situation because you're effectively alone. Now, I've been on both sides of this. I've been the stronger part of a group. I've also been the slower part of a group. And trust me, it does not feel good to be the person in the back. Now, you're going to figure out if the person you're going out with is about the same speed with you and if you want to take them out for bigger days or if they want to take you out for bigger days. But certainly once you're out on the trail with them, don't leave them behind to fend for themselves. You guys went out there together. A group splitting up can often lead to more problems than if it stays together. And that leads to my next tip, which is all about communication. Now, this third tip is to communicate way more than you think you should. When you're going out with new partners, over communicate because you don't know them yet and you don't know their signals or their signs. There's folks that I go trail running with or hiking with, and I can tell just by looking at them if they need sugar or a jacket or to sit down or they want to go faster. Like, I can just tell by looking at them. I can tell by the way they cough or the way that they smile what's happening there. But at first, it's really easy to misinterpret those signals, and that can lead to a lot of confusion and also to not having a fun day out. So instead, over communicate. And I think this starts at the trailhead. Now, you don't have to have a formal sit down meeting, but you should touch base and figure out how everyone's energy is for that day, if anyone has to be back at a certain time, what your turnaround time is, who has communication devices, who has first aid stuff, and what people's general goals and expectations are for the day. Again, this doesn't have to be a sit-down meeting, but you could just casually talk about it with everyone before you start out that day. And that's going to lead to a lot less confusion once you're actually out on the trail. And finally, my last one is whether your group is just the 2 of you or it's a large group, assign a group lead, someone who is the leader for the day. Now, typically this group leader is someone who knows the area the best. They have the most experience on that trail, or they know exactly where the trail is. And oftentimes it's the person who reaches out first and plans the trip, but not always. But picking one person as your group lead for the day can really help make the process of decision making more structured, which is really helpful when you're in backcountry environments. And my final tip for a successful day out with new partners is to pick a trip lead. Now, oftentimes this is the person who planned the trip to begin with, but it doesn't always have to be. Now, when it comes to trail partners, I like to pick people who have very good taste in snacks and who are up for the same thing for me that day, whether it's a push hard giver kind of day or a more casual take in your surroundings kind of day. But I do know that going out with others makes for amazing days. So I hope you find some phenomenal trail partners and you enjoy partnering up. Have a good day. I'm gonna go for a jog and we'll talk to you guys soon.